Good afternoon, everybody. This is Tammy with Fearless Living with Corey and Tammy. How's everybody doing on this great Friday afternoon, on this beautiful Friday afternoon? I pray everybody is well. I just wanted to come on for a few minutes just to talk to you about a few things this afternoon. Something that has been heavy on my mind, and I said that I would, come on YouTube and share some information that, that's just been a little heavy on my mind. So I wanted to talk to you guys about fear of relocating. Fear of relocating. So as it stands, I'm here in Atlanta. I've been here for 4 years. I relocated here from the Washington, D.C. area. I've been in the DMV for the majority of my life. Originally from New York, Jamaica, Queens, 40 projects. And then we relocated to Washington, D.C., Northwest Washington, back in the 70s. And then I was back and forth between New York and D.C. And then we moved to Maryland. And then when I got out of high school, I moved back to New York. Stayed up there for a couple of years. Then I moved back to the DMV area. So, I've kind of like been back and forth. But the majority of my adult life I spent in the Washington, D.C. area. I've lived in Virginia. I've lived in Maryland. I've lived in D.C. And so, I've been there. I say about over 40 years. So some would say DMV is my home, but originally born in New York. Again, we didn't relocate to the DMV until the 70s. And so I ended up coming to Atlanta. I moved here during COVID in 2020, October of 2020. And I just picked up and left. And a lot of people wanted to know, why did you relocate to Atlanta from the DMV? Again, at the time I was working, and I was working fully remote. In fact, I was working half and half. Before COVID started, I was remote. So I was working 2 or 3 days in the office, and then the other days I was working out. So I was part-time remote anyway. So, but then once we went full remote, I decided, okay, I'm all tapped out here in the DMV. I've been in the DMV since, grade school. Very successful career. I had a marriage, 20-year marriage, bought several homes, had 2 kids. Kids are grown, divorced, and so I felt that I was all tapped out in the DMV. So it was my goal to leave the DMV. I've always wanted to come to the South, so I ended up moving here to Atlanta. And I said that I'll stay here for 2 years and see what it's like, and then build my dream home. So got here, and it's okay, but it's not all cracked up to what I thought it would be. So I've been here 4 years, and I am newly retired as of May of last year. I retired myself at the age of 56. I am now 57, living a retired life. And for those that know me, know that I have been going back and forth to Ghana for the past 16 years. Since I think I went to Ghana for the first time either 2008 or the beginning of 2009. So I was first introduced to Ghana under the ministry that I was involved in, under the leadership of Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Action Chapel. That was my headquarters church. So I I came to Ghana with the church back then. Papa was trying to get me to move to Ghana back in 2011. Offered me a position at the church, and I was going, leave the DMV. I was separated at the time with my ex-husband, and I was going to relocate back then. But I ended up reconciling with my ex-husband, and so I declined the offer, and and I just remained in the DMV. So fast forward, I ended up divorcing years later after that. And again, I was in DMV. I'm also, I'm also into ministry. For those that do not know, I am an ordained pastor. I am also Dr. Tammy Washington. I am getting ready to be elevated again in April as an apostle. For those that don't know, so I am heavily into the ministry. But I also do, those that know me also know me know that I have been doing missions as well. So ever since I came to Ghana, there was something that happened to me in Ghana back on my very first visit that was very touching to me with, and I'll tell the story at another time. But at that point, I decided that I wanted to go into missions. So I've ended up, from that point on, I decided to engage into, into missionary work. And so I would come to Ghana every year, sometimes twice a year, doing missions, ministry, as well as business, because then I had a couple of business partners that I had partnered with over in the U.S., here in the U.S., that they were from Ghana, but I partnered with them on a few projects in Ghana. So then that's how I got into commercial real estate in Ghana. And so I consider Ghana like a second home. So I have been coming to Ghana again for the past 16 years, way before year of the return and come back home and all of that kind of crap. I've been in Ghana way before that. And so, I'm not new to Ghana. I did all of this by myself with no team, no mate, no team, just, strictly by myself. And a lot of people, they were like, wow, how are you able to do that and do all of that you do and go back and forth and do business and do ministry and all of this, by yourself, with Ghanaians or Africans, and aren't you afraid? And I was like, no, I'm not afraid of anything, and at the time, I just, let folks actually, fell in love with the country. In addition to Ghana, I've been to Nigeria as well, doing ministry, missions and ministry out there. So, went out there by myself, doing ministry and missions in Nigeria as well. But Ghana's like the home. It's like a second home for me. So just to fast forward, so now I'm in the process of, now that I'm retired, and kids are grown, I'm retired. So now I'm in the process of moving to Ghana full time to do exactly what I've always wanted to do. Ministry, missions, business. I do have a registered NGO in Ghana right now. And so when I get back, I plan on being back there by end of April, beginning of May. And I have a few projects that I'm working on out there with some commercial land, as well as I'm in the process of I will be building a clinic under my NGO. It's in a very rural, underdeveloped area in the eastern regions, Afrin Plains, and so I'll be out there building a clinic for those guys out there. I'll have another video coming probably next week just to show you their healthcare system out there. It's wrecked. And just to give you a backdrop, I've been in healthcare and pharmaceutical for 38 years, so that's where I retired from. So that's, I know it like the back of my hand. I also own the income tax service, and I also teach financial literacy. So, so once I went out to Afrin Plains and I saw how they were living and what their healthcare system was like, it did something to me. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it kind of like job like messed me up, because being from healthcare myself, firsthand knowing what it takes for, folks to have, access to decent healthcare. And then when I tell you they just don't have it, they just don't have it. It is, I'm gonna have a video coming out so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But it's very sad, very, very sad. So my first major project out there is that I'm going to be building a small clinic in that community under my NGO, and I'm really looking forward to it. And then I'll be doing a few other things in the eastern region as well, with some outside of my NGO, just on some commercial business ventures that I got going on. But I just wanted to come on and just, because a lot of people ask me, what are you doing, where you going, why are you going back and forth to Ghana, what's going on with you? I'm relocating. For all that want to know, I'm relocating. Yes, I will be coming back and forth to the U.S. because I still do have business here. So I will be coming back and forth to the U.S., but I'm going to make Ghana, I've always considered it my second home, but I'm literally getting ready to make it my second home. I will not be building me my own home out there yet until I build my clinic. I want to get that clinic out the way. The way those folks are living out there is unreal. I mean, it's unreal. They have no toilets. They have no electricity. They have no delivery beds. They don't even have a decent clinic center. And so it just blew me away. But at the same time, it did something to me on my insides, especially with me having a heart for missions and doing for the underprivileged. It just did something. So I said, I'm gonna put all of my other projects aside, and I'm gonna build these folks a clinic, even if I got to do it out of my own pocket. So that's what's going on, and that's what. So Corey and I will be going out there in April, beginning of May, to get that project started. And so that's why you've been seeing the apartment videos, because we're looking for an apartment to rent for a year. We won't still start building a home out there for ourselves until for about a year. I want to get this clinic off the ground and do some other stuff commercially. Want to set myself up financially out there first, and then we're going to build a home out there. But in the meantime, we're going to focus on this NGO and this clinic and get this done. So I just want to encourage somebody that if whatever you have in your hearts in your hearts of hearts that you want to do, don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody talk you out of your vision. Don't let nobody talk you out of your purpose. This is something that I've been wanting to do for many, many, many years. Never had the opportunity to do it because I always worked real hard. I worked like a slave on a job that basically, over time, I hated. And so I was afforded the opportunity to be able to retire early. And I did. I did. And I'm so happy. I mean, listen. No one can pay me to work a 9-to-5 again. I mean, no one can pay me. And there's not enough money out there. I mean, my freedom that I have, my mind is like clear. No more brain fog, no more wore out, no more, just being frustrated and fed up, clocking in and dealing with folks that you don't want to deal with. And as for me, as I got older, there were a lot of newcomers coming in, trying to, flex, and I'm like, child, listen, I done been in this industry 35, almost 40 years. You've come in, you're half my age, you my children's age, and you coming in trying to, flex or whatever. So, I had to deal with that. So, but, I'm thank God that I am who I am today. Because, I'm in a very, 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 very humble state of mind. So I just brushed it off and, brushed stuff off. And then, just decided, okay, it's time to get out of the workplace because, it's just not what it used to be. So, again, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the journey. I don't know what you all have going on, or if if you ever thought about relocating somewhere, whether it be city to city, state to state, country to country. Just do it. Plan well, and just do it. Don't think twice. Make sure you have a solid plan, but don't think twice. Don't let anybody talk you out of what you want to do. Years ago, people used to talk me out of, a lot of stuff, or I would be fearful to make certain moves, but as I've, gotten older and grown and matured, I started making decisions for myself. I remember when I moved here to Atlanta from the DMV, I was living in Tyson's Corner in Virginia at the time. And I think I told my family, I gave them like a week notice. I told them a week before I was leaving. They was like, what? Atlanta? What you going to Atlanta for? What's in Atlanta? And of course they thought it was a man. Nope, was not a man. I moved here with my daughter, just her and I. There was no man involved or anything. It was just her and I. We made that decision, and I made the decision. At the time, my daughter was in college, and so when she graduated, she came on right here with me. She loves it here. I'm in the process of getting her set up now with her own place and making sure she's straight before I make the move. But I'm excited about it. So I don't know if my little story can be an encouragement to anybody out there that's thinking of relocating, but you're scared to make the move, or you're scared what people would say, or you're scared you're not going to make it. Put your plan together. And if that's something you really want to do, get out of your comfort zone. It's so sad you have some people that has not even left their state or their community. Life has a lot to offer. Some of you probably need to move, or relocate, or get out of that same state that you've been in forever. You're on the same job, in the same state, looking at the same people week after week, doing the same old mess. And you're just not moving in life. Sometimes you got to move. Sometimes you got to jump out there and take that leap of faith and just do it. And so, I'm excited about my move. I know there's some rumors going around, in the YouTube. You got some creators that's out there, all of the middle-aged women that's moving to Africa, excuse me, becoming passport grannies and all this kind of crazy crap. No, I'm a middle-aged woman. Yes, I am. I'm moving to Ghana. Yes, I am. I've been coming to Ghana for the past 16 years, so I'm very established in Ghana. I know a lot of people, and I'm very, 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 very well heavily connected. Trust me. And guess what? Nope, don't have a Ghanaian man on my arm, or I'm on his arm. Nope, I'm bringing my own man from the U.S. How about that? I'm bringing my own nigga. How about that? To keep it, simple. Keep bringing my own nigga. Not coming with nobody. I'm not coming in for no man. Not looking for no little boy or anything like that. So, all people from the diaspora don't come to Ghana because we're running from something, or because we're, trying to, obtain a, small boy, as they would call it. Some of us have work to do. Some of us are in ministry. Some of us do business in Ghana. Some of us do ministry in Ghana, and missions. So some of us are able to bring resources to Ghana, and so that's where I am. And so before anybody say anything, nope, not coming there for no man. Nope, I'm not coming there for no small boy. Nope, I'm not running from anything. I'm coming there to make an impact, because that's what I do. All those that know me know I'm a mover and shaker, all by myself. Y'all know that. And those that know me knows I move and I shake. And when I say I want to do something and I put my mind to it, I get it done. So that's what I'm doing. So, and I'm excited about it. And so I just wanted to come on and just, let you all know what's going on, because I just started putting out videos and stuff. I'm pretty much kind of like a private person. So I'm just now getting on this YouTube, learning this YouTube thing. And so, and I said I'm going to go ahead and do it just so, because, my story may be able to bless somebody else. I don't know. Somebody else could be sitting back wondering, should I do it? Should I move? Should I take that leap of faith? Should I stay here? Should I go? Take that leap of faith. I'm telling you. Put your plan of action together and take that leap of faith. Jump on out there. Yes, you won't know you won't know if it'll work unless you try it. But if you stay stuck where you're at, time waits for nobody. Ain't nothing gonna change. You're gonna still get the same results being in the same situation that you've always been in. And guess what? Nothing is gonna happen for you. So just so that's all I wanted to come on and say. People have been asking what you doing, what's going on, where you at, this, that, and the other. So I just want to give a little update on my way to Ghana. Follow my journey. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to be into a lot of stuff out there. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, my guy's coming with me, not coming by myself. He's coming with me. We are both excited about it, and we look forward to doing some great things out there. So again, if I can encourage somebody, just to take that leap of faith, wherever it is. It doesn't have to be move to another country, but don't be afraid to relocate. Sometimes it's good for you. It's good for your soul. You know what? So, there was a prophet that told me something a long time ago, and it always stuck with me. He said, the good thing about relocating to another city or another state or another country, guess what? Your name is not tainted. Not that your name would be tainted, but your name, nobody knows you really. Nobody knows what you've been, really been through or anything. Your name is not tainted. And so that was my story 16 years ago when I went to Ghana. I went there with a good reputation, and guess what? 16 years later, I still have a great reputation. God has opened up so many amazing doors for me, and I'm so excited. I mean, with heavy hitters out there, heavy hitters. And I want to say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Everybody in Ghana is not about scamming and about taking your money and about duping you and all of that. You got some good folks out there. You got some movers and shakers out there that has good, genuine hearts and that will work with you and partner with you. I'm a living witness. You got some good folks out there. God has placed some really good folks in Ghana, Ghanaians in my life, and we've been friends and connected over the years, almost 20 years. So they are looking forward to me moving out. Well, looking forward for us moving out there, and we're excited about it. So again, if I can, if my little story or whatever you want to call it, can inspire somebody, or have somebody give themselves a second thought as to whether or not they should relocate or try something new. Try something new, y'all. Try something new. Try something different. Guess what? It just might work. Listen, the worst thing that can happen is that you go and you don't like it or don't pan out. You can always come back, but you won't know. Guess what? It just might work. It just might work. So, try it out. Sit back, think about it. Put your plan together, put your coins together, and work it out. Relocate. Even if it's just over to the next city from where you are. Especially if you are in a place where you're kind of stuck and you're just not happy, and you don't feel like, you're fulfilling your God-given purpose, on this earth. Sometimes it's your surroundings. It's the people in your circle. It's your surroundings. Sometimes you got to break out and leave them folks. And family, friends, relationships. And guess what? It's okay. It's okay. It is okay. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and just chit chat with y'all for a little bit, just to give y'all an update of what's going on with me, because I'm gonna be putting videos out of what I'm doing and what's going on of my journey. And so just to give you so I just wanted to put this video out just to let you know where my journey started from and where I'm going. So if I can be of an encouragement to anybody, listen, don't nobody believe in you more than you. If you believe you can do it and you can jump out there and you can get it done and you can make it happen, and that failure is not an option, then get it done. Do the damn thing. Trust me, do the damn thing. So Y'all have a good afternoon, good evening. It's beautiful out here in Atlanta. I'm sitting here at the pool side here, just getting some good old vitamin D. I think I'm gonna go have me some dinner somewhere and just chill for the rest of the evening. So y'all have a good evening, and I will talk to you all soon.